Hi, it's James from BIOVIA. Wanted to make another screen cam about, it's another add-in that I wrote some time ago and I've recently been making some improvements to it. So this is the canvas calculator add-in, and from a sort of technological point of view, it's probably one of the more advanced add-ins that I've written in terms of what it's doing in terms of the uh, the API of Draw. It's quite technical trying to make this work, but it's working quite well. The features that we've added most recently, we've added the chemical name to the calculations that it does. So what this add-in allows you to do, if I'll just switch to a different view, um, create a new tab. So if I drag in some structure, or I generate from name actually, let's do that. So I go into generate structure from name, and I'll use my old favorite. So naproxen, it's a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory. So anyway, I go into the chemistry menu, and I need to have that selected actually. So let's just do that. So that's selected. Go to the chemistry menu and then go into calculators and canvas calculator, and it calculates that stuff for me. So this is all using, there's actually another change. It's now using the pipeline pilot ppchem API, which is the sort of bundled library that Draw uses in the background to do these kinds of calculations. So it's no longer using Cheshire, and it's generating the chemical name as part of that as well. But what I can start to do now, what the add-in does is it groups these things together, and that's how it maintains the relationship between the structure and the calculated text. So these are grouped. It does that programmatically. What I can do is I can continue editing the structure, and the calculations you'll see those updating as I type. So I could, for instance, put a nitrogen on the ring here, and you saw that change there. Now the composition contains nitrogen where it didn't before. And I could undo those changes. So undo, it takes the nitrogen away, it recalculates, and it takes off the methyl group and recalculates. So that's one structure, one piece of calculated text on the canvas at a time. If I go back to my original screen where I've got three, I just wanted to show you that the grouping works really well. So I can edit any one of these. So I could edit this phenyl formate, add a methyl group, and that updates, but only that text. Or I could go down to this one and add a methyl group here, turn it into a ketone. Or I could go down here and add some of the moiety on the ring there. So let's for instance stick a sulfur on the ring, and it updates. So these are it's quite a nice tool, I think. If you're doing calculations, you could do you could look at different structures, see what adding a group here or there does, and see it straight away in the drawing tool. You can also configure which of these calculations are done. So in the options menu, there's a canvas calculator settings dialog, and then you can switch off some of these calculations. So I could, for instance, turn off composition and formula weight, and let's say we don't want the stereo center count. I just turn those off. It doesn't update the text that's already there, but if I go back to this other tab, so the canvas, and I'll pick another structure. Let's see, pick something different. Let's take that one, and oh, it has, sorry, it did update. So it's taken away those extra things that I had calculated. I didn't realize it would do that, but yeah, it does. And then moving forward, the things that I get to recalculate, if I add the canvas calculator text there, then you'll see it's not included the things that I had configured. So if I then go back to the options and say, oh no, actually I did want those things, and I'll turn them back on. Okay, and then I make an edit. So I'll stick a methyl group on there. That gets recalculated. Stick one down there. That gets recalculated. And I could undo those changes. And yeah, so you get the idea. This is a freely available add-in. And if you're interested in it, drop me an email, james.jack@3ds.com. All right, thanks for listening.